Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady will face off on Fox this Sunday for the first time as NFC opponents. Between the two of them, they have 22 Pro Bowls, 7 Super Bowl wins, and 5 MVPs. While Brady has the edge in Super Bowl rings, Rodgers has always been known to have the more gifted arm. Fox Sports NFL analyst Michael Vick joining us this morning. Mike, it is great to have you. So, in your opinion, who has been the better quarterback, Rodgers or Brady?
Tom Brady. Tom Brady has been the better quarterback over the last, I think 15 years, man. His resume just speaks for itself. We don't have to state the obvious, the 6 Super Bowl rings and appearing in 9 Super Bowls. Even the years that he lost the Super Bowl were all good years. But when you peel back all the layers and you look at both of these quarterbacks, I think you got to break down, how they got to this point where they at today. And, for Tom to not have a true number 1 receiver, I think other than having Randy Moss and Deion Branch for a couple years, and then that all faded away, he still was able to find ways to get it done with Danny Amendola and Wes Welker and guys like that who was just able to fit into the system. And I won't say Tom was a system quarterback, but Tom made it work how he was asked to do it. Rodgers, on the other hand, he had Donald Driver and had our colleague, Greg Jennings, for multiple years. So, he had his opportunities, had his chance to get it done. Now, while he did make it look good in terms of style points, I got to say that Tom Brady was the better and most consistent quarterback over the years. Super Bowls aside, Tom made it look, he just looked a lot better, making it happen and doing it.
For me, better and most accomplished are entirely 2 different things. It's hard for me to see a scenario in which the roles were reversed, that Aaron Rodgers don't have at least that many, probably more. Because if you look at completion percentage, yards per attempt, you look at touchdown to QB, touchdown to interception ratio, you look at QBR, Rodgers blows him away. It's not even close. Now, you look at and Skip loves playoff, but if you look at Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, his defense has been worse in the playoffs than the Cowboys are right now. Mike, you know how bad the Cowboys are. So just imagine you go into the game and man, if I don't get to 41, we're losing today. Just let that sink in for a second. You are a quarterback, and if I don't score 41 points, we're going to lose. Huh?
Yeah.
No, he's had 1 top 5 defense, and the year he had it, he went to and won the Super Bowl. Tom Brady's had 8 of those. Tom Brady's had 16 top 10 defenses. Twice, his defense has given up 37 or more points. That's what Aaron Rodgers' defense average is giving up in his losses. Wow. In 41 games, you've given up 37 or more points twice. And Skip Bayless thought the sky was falling because his defense gave up that to Nick Foles in Philly in the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers' defense gave up 51 to Arizona, 45 to Colin Kaepernick and that 49ers team, 41 to Matty Ice, 37 last year to Jimmy G. Skip has little to 0 respect for Jimmy Garoppolo, and they got 37. Eli Manning, he called Eli Manning the most luckiest quarterback in the history of the game. They got 37 against Aaron Rodgers' defense. That talent, Aaron Rodgers is more accomplished. He's won more. But the better of the 2, nah.
I want to thank Michael Vick for bringing some real perspective and some clarity and some sanity to the show, because the man across from me emanates nothing but straight Brady hate. He just can't stand it that Tom Brady has consistently been better than his man Aaron Rodgers.
No,
and I love the conclusion that Michael drew right here on this show a few minutes ago. He said, if you want to give the style points to Aaron, give them to Aaron. I got that.
Yeah.
That there have been many a quarterback come down the pike who had bigger, better arms than Tom Brady has had. Many could make throws Tom never dreamed of. Some of the Jeff Georges and Kyle Bowlers.
Stop that.
You stop it. In the end, Brady has risen above a defense that hasn't always been stellar. It hasn't. He never had the 2000 Ravens. He never had the 85 Bears. He didn't have the Steelers steel curtain defense or the Dallas doomsday defense. He had pretty to very good defenses, except when he really, really needed them. So what do we know about Tom Brady? He got to the biggest game on the biggest stage in the sport, and he won 6 rings with 6 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter and overtime. That is off the charts great. That is game over great. And he also should have won a 7th Super Bowl because against Eli in the first Giants Super Bowl, Tom Brady did what he always does. He drove them 75 yards in 12 plays, hit Randy Moss, those few moments that he had Randy Moss, for the touchdown that put them ahead 14-10 with 2 minutes to go. And Belichick's vaunted defense allowed Eli to go 83 yards in 12 long, excruciating plays and win the game 17-14. That cost Brady a ring. Then against the backup quarterback for Michael Vick's Eagles, Nick Foles, for whom Shannon has little to no respect, Nick Foles put up 41 points in a Super Bowl because Belichick in part benched Malcolm Butler, who'd played the most defensive snaps of any player, and he benched him for the whole Super Bowl, and you give up 41, while Tom Brady was throwing for a playoff record 505 yards and scoring 33 that should have won him his 8th ring. So don't give me Hall of Famers on defense because they really had one, and it took 5 ballots for Ty Law to get into the Hall of Fame, and Brady had him for his first 4 years.
Well, that's all Aaron Rodgers had. When you look at it, all he's going to have is the dude from Michigan. What's his name?
From Michigan.
Yeah, the DB.
Yeah, I got it.
Charles Woody.
Okay. Yeah.
So he has one.
Okay. Yeah, he's got one.
But look, Skip. See, the thing is, Mike, what you're doing is that you look at and say, well, he doesn't have a number 1. But in that system, the Welkers, the Edelmans, the Amendolas, the Troy Browns, they work perfect. You look at Aaron Rodgers. Yes, but Aaron Rodgers has thrown 2 touchdowns to wide receivers that were selected in the first round. And that's Mercedes Lewis. Mercedes Lewis is like 6 months younger than me. And I'm 52. So he got 2 touchdowns to him. Donald Driver was not a high draft pick. Greg Jennings did go in the 2nd round, but you look at the guy, Valdez-Scantling. Skip is undrafted. You look at Lazard, undrafted.
When you look at Aaron Rodgers' talent, he was able to make guys like Greg Jennings and Donald Driver even greater. They was already great. He made them greater. You know, so I think that should be equivalent to more opportunities and more championships. I think when you look at it, defensive side, you know, both of these quarterbacks was equal and had opportunities to go to the big dance on multiple occasions.
Which one had Belichick?
Tom showed up, and Tom got there, and Tom won 6 of them.
Which one had Belichick? See, Skip was Skip.
I said defensive side.
Oh no, you can't put that because it's a team.
You end up where you end up. You land where you land.
Look at Coach.
That's not the quarterback this year.
Tom Brady went down 28-3 to the Atlanta Falcons. In the next 34 minutes, his defense didn't score. The offense didn't score points for the Falcons.